Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear me? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear me? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, whoa. Dog the things me comfy, dog the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worry.
Now we thought the things the bottom again. Now let's start the things. TV's your boy Fire Feelings back in the building this Sunday. Hope you guys having a fantastic day, morning, evening, night, midday, afternoon. Whenever you are watching this upload, welcome to a brand new upload to all my brothers and sisters. Love you guys. Like I said, guys, this is where you get the latest in what's going on in Guyana and in the diaspora. Yes, let's start the things TV. It's like I told you guys, our goal is 5K by April month end. I got to stress it because remember, as a small channel I want bill, and this will come. I bring more and more good content for y'all. You know what I mean? I saw somebody and I had to bring this to the forefront. This comment here, whereby the person, as you could see them, say, I love this channel. These are the things that motivate me. Yes, come on. Anyway, y'all know we're doing it over here. So we got some news, we got some more stuff definitely to share with you. So y'all got to stick around to the end of the content to get the full story. But before we continue any further, remember, if it's your first time over here, give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on all so you'll be notified first when we drop a new video, guys. Okay, all right. So on the news menu, we got China embassy highlights strong Guyana-China partnership over the years. Now, guys, you gotta remember, no, Senator State from the United States of America was in Guyana just the other day, whereby they partnered with the Guyanese. You understand? What I'm saying is that America and China does not see eye to eye. You heard the Secretary of State what he said. Okay, so we got that for you. Also on the news, we got Mr. Rickford Burke fire back at Attorney General Nandlall. Yes, after Nandlall say that he doesn't approve the Congresswoman listening to one side of the story, listening to Melly's side alone. Yes, we got that for you. Also on the news update today, definitely we got Mr. Attorney General, Mr. Anil Nandlall reveals that the U.S. Justice Department have provided them with information pertaining to the Mohamed's family. Guys, we got this for you and so much more. So guess what? Y'all got to stick around and don't move. You understand? See what's going on. Let me kick it off.
You could give them your heart and I'm gonna still say that's not enough. Jah alone knows that you got it tough. He restored my soul like Lazarus and told me to live right even when man unjust. Yo, this is Alabama. Your Guyanese artist representing for Talk the Things TV, where we talk the things. Yo, big up Fire Feelings. And remember, comment, like, and follow. Alabama representing, you know. Boom!
Okay, guys, and we're going to kick it off with Chinese embassy highlights strong Guyana-China partnership over the years. Let's get this. And it says here, hours after President Info Ali declared the United States is a friend that should be afforded preferential treatment, the Chinese embassy in Georgetown appear to have taken umbrage, releasing a number of posts explaining its trade relation with Guyana over the years. The Chinese embassy said the relations between the two countries have always been solid. Chinese has always put China-Guyana friendship first. We honor our commitment with concrete action. As a matter of fact, China has participated fully in the biggest economic and social transformation in the history of Guyana. Facts and figures speak louder than anything else, the Chinese embassy noted. In recent years, the United States has expressed concerns with Chinese growing influence in Latin America and the Caribbean, but the Chinese embassy explained that Chinese has been pushing infrastructure development and is willing to continue along that line with greater collaboration. As we continue, it says, over the past 12 years, China-Guyana trade volume has increased it from US $180 million in 2013 growing to US $1.4 billion in 2024. China is willing to deepen the alignment between the Belt and Road Initiative and Guyana Low Carbon Development Strategy 2030 and elevate the level of high quality Belt and Road cooperation between the two countries, the Chinese embassy explained in the poster. This is where it gets interested viewers and subscribers. It says the quick response from China appears to be a direct response to the statement made by President Ali at the joint press conference with the U.S. Senator of State Marco Rubio earlier in the day, and Rubio's own concern about China. This is crazy. I wonder if the president playing with fire here, so me understand we really they're doing. But as we continue, and it says, I will say very boldly that such friends must have some different and preferential treatment, because a friend who will defend me when I need a friend to defend me must be a friend that enjoys some special place in our heart and in our country, and that will be the case, the president noted. Why will I tell you this look like fire? Alright, as we continue, and it says the Chinese embassy has also detailed several projects that China is currently undertaking in Guyana, including a new Demerara Bridge, China-Guyana, Javera Park, and the construction of 6 new regional hospitals and the East Coast Demerara Road project. What? What are you telling you boys? All of this is all of this. These Chinese boys got real work. What I tell you about viewers and subscribers, I want you guys to leave your comments in the comment section with this, card. To me, I feel like the president playing with fire. I can tell you a while as we go down more into the video, into the upload. Okay? Alright, let me continue with the news.
Authorities have received critical information from the U.S. Justice Department regarding sanctions imposed on businessman Nazar Mohamed and his son Azruddin Mohamed, along with Permanent Secretary May Thomas. Attorney General Anil Nandlall announced Thursday. The trio were sanctioned 9 months ago by the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, which accused Mohamed's enterprise of evading taxes on gold exports and defrauding the Guyanese government by under-declaring gold shipments. Between 2019 and 2023, Mohamed Enterprise allegedly omitted more than 10,000 kilograms of gold from import and export declarations, avoiding an estimated $50 million in duty taxes. Nandlall confirmed that the requested information has been handed over to the Guyana Revenue Authority and the Guyana Police Force as part of the government's probe into the matter.
Through that exchange, the law enforcement agencies in Guyana, along with the Guyana Revenue Authority, have expressed the opinion that they have sufficient volume of evidence, information, data, documents, whatever you wish to call it, to proceed to act upon it. GRA, I suppose, will act upon the allegations of tax evasion. The the Guyana Police Force, through its appropriate departments, will act upon other aspects of the data or evidence which they feel presents an opportunity to activate certain processes. So that will take place shortly.
It's a fluid process, he told reporters, emphasizing that the authorities are still analyzing the data.
I have said to you exactly what has transpired between the relevant government agencies / law enforcement agencies in Guyana and their counterparts in the United States of America. What I have said can be fact-checked against over a long period of time, where this ongoing process was ongoing and can be verified.
Nandlall feels that the investigation will be objective, despite the involvement of one of his political colleagues, May Thomas.
I cannot speak for the law enforcement agencies nor the Guyana Revenue Authority, but I have no doubt that their approach will be one that would be objective and would be evidence-driven. I have no reason to think otherwise.
And you would repeat
The investigations into the matter are ongoing, and the Guyanese officials have not ruled out further legal actions.
As you guys just know, heard there, definitely Attorney General Mr. Nandlall is going hard, or should we say the PPP government is definitely making their step as they go forward against the Mohamed family, definitely with these allegations right here. But I want to know from you guys, leave it in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this situation here. Yo, I ain't gonna tell no lie. But you know it goes, viewers and subscribers. Anyway, let me continue talking things with the news, and we still got the news going for you guys, whereby Mr. Rickford Burke fire back at Mr. Nandlall. I don't know what's going on, but Mr. Nandlall is very, very always in the post. I don't know. It's crazy. Big up yourself, Mr. Nandlall. Me want problems with you. Anyway, now you guys can remember the congresswoman that definitely was speaking out upon Melly Mel's situation, whereby she said she believed what Melly Mel is going through. Now, after that, Nandlall fired back at her. And as you guys could see from news source, whereby it says Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlall has expressed his displeasure with recent statement from the United States Congresswoman Yvette Clarke on the state of affairs in Guyana and the detention of Guyana activist Melissa Atwell Holder in the United States. So basically, he's saying that he got a problem with what she said, and is that she is listening to only one side of the story and not listening to the, the PPP, the Guyanese government. So definitely, let's get this. And Rickford Burke said this. Let me say this too. Anil Nandlall, Barrett Jagdeo, and other members of the PPP. He noted, I don't underestimate the strategic silence of diaspora leaders for weakness. 2, members of Congress from New York sat for 4 hours and viewed all of the letters and videos of the vile, nasty, racist, false accusation, comments, and outright lies from Anil Nandlall, Barrett Jagdeo, and the others in the leadership of the PPP against prominent African Guyanese in the diaspora, including against Melissa Atwell, Melly Mel. All of it. 3. Therefore, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus, knows exactly what she's saying, and you all also know why she said what she said. She has the facts. She spoke from a position of knowledge. Like telling you, well, on man, it ain't done as yet. 4. Therefore, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke has heard both sides. 5. It takes some special wind balls for a lying racist like Nandlall, who consumes so much rum that he urinates himself all over tongue, to tell the chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus in the United States Congress that the fact that she spoke to Mark Benchcock is telling. 6. The PPP racist wants to dictate to a United States member of Congress which journalist she should speak to. Go fly a kite. 7. There's time for everything. A time to be silent and a time to speak. Waiting done with 7, he even go to say 7. The congresswoman is well aware of all of Anil Nandlall clandestine efforts and letter writing campaigns to U.S. law enforcement about Melissa. She has seen it all. Well, that's what Mr. Rickford Burke definitely fired back at Mr. Nandlall, saying that, wherever he's saying that, the woman didn't listen to both sides. She don't have to listen to both sides because she got all the evidence and everything add up to the fingers pointing to the PPP is the one that is making Melissa Atwell go through all of this right now with the immigration. But I want you guys to leave your comments in the comment section. I always love you when you guys dissect it in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this with what Mr. Rickford Burke had to say, guys. Okay, well, that was on the news menu. Time for us to get through some stuff quick and fast. So let's get through it quick and fast. Now we see whereby, or should I say, I see whereby a post made on social media definitely going towards social media critics. Yes, whereby his son eventually have a female that he's dealing with, as you guys could see the photo right here, and whereby the person said that he's entreating the young woman. And this is the post from the person's think this person's name is Hector Nature Boy. Yes, and this is what he's saying. Guyanese critics, while you are worrying about Melly Mel money, can you please explain why your son, Sean Rodriguez, brutalizing this young lady that he is in a relationship with? You are fully aware that this abuse has been reoccurring for years and you have never done anything to protect this young lady. Until you have corrected the situation, I suggest you stay out of other people's affairs. Use some of that pump station money to get your son some psychiatric help. Like telling you, y'all ever look at critics? So critics look like he's a beat man, you know. Yeah, like he's them man with like putty hand pump people just to dry. I don't know, I just get a feeling. I don't know. Y'all just y'all let me in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts on this here with critics son definitely brutalizing this young lady, which it's not nothing nice, guys. No, it isn't. I need you guys to drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this. As we continue talking things, viewers and subscribers, now you guys know that the Senator of State definitely visited Guyana and had a press conference, definitely with the PPP, the government of Guyana, whereby he shared a lot of information, letting people know out there that their friendship is very strong between the US and Guyanese. Now definitely I saw this video surface whereby the Senator of State was in Suriname, and it looked like upon traveling to the press conference, the senator had a little rough time on the road, and this is what the senator had to say.
A lot of these countries, the Chinese companies, go in and do a terrible job. Not a bad job, a terrible job. I just came from Guyana where we had to drive on a road the Chinese built. Were you were on the trip with us?
Yeah.
Did you have to go on this road?
Yeah.
Okay, we almost all had concussions because the road was so bad. It was terrible. They paid these people to build this road, and then they bring their workers. They don't hire you. They bring their workers in to do all the work. And then, or they want you to borrow a bunch of money and then they hold it over your head. So what I want is for countries to have an alternative to that. What we want is for countries to have an alternative to that. If you're going to build a road, I want you to have a real road. They were better off with the dirt road than the road we were just on. And it's not the fault of the current administration. You know, in Guyana, that was a road that was built before, but they did a terrible job. If you did that job in America, someone would sue you for a lot of money. Okay? It was a bad...
Subscribers, as you guys just heard the Senator of State, what he said about Guyana road. Now, as a Guyanese, I know that, you know what I mean, by now the road get little better than how it was. I don't feel the road is so bad, but we all know that the Chinese, as I just told you in the news update, whereby the Chinese is definitely having the contract with the road. So basically, he haven't called no name, but we know who he's talking about because he know Chinese have been doing work for a lot of the Caribbean countries or islands, you understand? So definitely after that surface, persons from the other political parties like AFC, APNU and so forth had a very issue with it because why? They're saying that the president should apologize to the Senator of State and let them know that it is the PPP, or under the PPP the road was built. So obviously the PPP have to get blamed for the road. Guys, take a listen.
Mr. Hughes, do you have a moment? I just want to pull you away from the access to information.
Could you just bring him back with the building in the background?
He wanted the building back. I look at the sun's direction. Audio check 1 2. Mr. Hughes, apart from this here, I'm very happy that you're back from Kokwani. Could we have an update on the talks between the AFC and the PNC?
Okay, to date, the parties have exchanged very, very useful and progressive ideas. We continue to be in discussions until the 31st of March, and we continue to be hopeful. The Alliance for Change appreciates and recognizes the importance of this particular moment in history for the country and the Alliance for Change, and I personally am prepared to step aside from presidential candidature in favor of a consensus third candidate who can unite the opposition in the interest of the country. We cannot afford at this time in our history not to have a united opposition, and we believe that where we can find that consensus candidate who can unite all of us and take this country forward. We cannot afford at this point in time not to be successful.
Thank you. If I'm hearing you correctly, you are prepared to step aside for someone else who will be or is the president or could be the presidential candidate for the Alliance for Change.
Step aside for a third candidate if we reach a stage of some impasse.
Do you think you might have gotten that impression or that agreement from the PNCR?
No, I have not had any direct communication or contact with the PNCR. As you know, both sides have very, very competent negotiators, and I certainly have not been involved in the negotiations. I've given them a mandate, I've given them a scope, and they have a discretion. And until they come back and report to me finally, I am not going to offer any comment.
Are you willing to say who the AFC's consensus candidates might be?
Well, I think there are quite a few people in the society. You can have a country as large as Guyana and not have some personality that can unite the opposition.
But must have someone. I mean, it's not a cross-examination.
I think there are people out there. You've got Dr. Campbell, you've got, other people who are out there. There are quite a few people out there.
Thank you. When did you say the next talks with the PNCR?
Well, the talks have been ongoing. I think they're ongoing daily. The 31st is Monday, and hopefully by then we will see the light.
Given that you're willing to step aside to allow for a consensus candidate, what would be then your role? You must have.
I'm not the important factor here. Guyana is the important factor, and I don't hold any particular request that I play a particular role. I think the important thing is that this country has to be rescued from the PPP.
You're in talk with your partner.
No, other than that one occasion when Mr. Mohamed and his father consulted me professionally, no, I have not been in contact. I heard the Vice President's comments yesterday about because people from the AFC share Azruddin's post that somehow that indicates a collaboration. The reality is Mr. Azruddin is very popular. He arrives in several parts of the country and he's flocked. That's a fact. And naturally, I think our supporters, PNC supporters, several supporters share his posts, as do others share ours. So, no, we have no formal arrangements at this stage.
In those talks, anything come across concerning joining up with any parties?
In the talks?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I have distinctively not participated in the talks because we are confident in our negotiators and we've given them the scope. So I've said to them, unless there's a crisis, you don't need to revert. So until they come back to me, no.
You've also been engaged in listening and grounding the AFC. What are some of the more, complaints that are affecting the citizenry?
The number one complaint is cost of living. Absolutely, cost of living. The second complaint, I think most people support this, is the corruption, the absolute level of corruption. And thirdly, after that, it's the question of vision for the future. I do want to if I could, take advantage of this opportunity to say that it appears as if our president misled the Secretary of State yesterday to cause him to make a statement about the highway, which was not built by the Chinese, which was not built by the previous administration, which I believe the Secretary of State accurately described as concussion highway. But it puts the country in a very dangerous position because now the United States will probably receive some sort of low-level protest from China because the Secretary of State went to town in China in relation to that road. And clearly he had been fed information because the only person he met with was the president, by the president, that indicated that, first of all, the road was built by the Chinese. Two, that it was built during the last regime. Both of those are incorrect. And while the Secretary of State made that statement, the president did not have the decency to say, Mr. Secretary of State, that's not quite correct. And this is about responsibility. And here we have the United States Secretary of State confirming the absolutely poor quality of the construction done by this government. And I believe, if I quote him correctly, he says it was better we had it down. So you can't get a better commentary on a road produced by this present administration.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I wasn't able to get your thoughts.
The leader of the AFC, Nigel Hughes, updates on the talks between the Alliance for Change and the...
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just heard what Mr. Nigel Hughes has said, yes, definitely making it clear that the government should make it clear to the Senator of State and let them know that it's under the PPP regime, under the PPP administration and party, the road was built. You know, a lot of persons may look at this as a disrespect, but I don't see it as a disrespect to the Guyanese population or the Guyanese government. You know what I mean? Or even Guyana. I see that he's firing shots at the Chinese because he make it clear that the Chinese are the ones that doing bad work, guys. So you don't know, I want you guys to leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this situation right here. Okay, guys, as we continue talking things.
Yes, she's getting deported to Guyana.
All right.
Yes.
Guyana.
So you see what I was telling you all, I wasn't saying lies. Her friends was spreading a bunch of lies. Beautiful. The judge just ruled.
And what do you seek for relief, counsel?
Your Honor, my client is married to a U.S. citizen. There is an approved I-130, and there is also a pending I-485.
Hold on. Full stop. Full stop. Pending I-130. I-130, and this, you gotta do your research, right? Pending I-130. Search. What is a pending I-130? Petition for alien relative. Melissa Citizen Atwell is applying. So I-130 is still pending with the USCIS. Contact the US. Right? A pending I-130, which is a petition for an alien relative filed with the USCIS, means that the application is currently being processed and a decision hasn't been made. They make no decision, but what decision you think they can make when she? For they in the fucking country tormenting people in Guyana, saying that she talking to the FBI. She involved arguing, she said she talking to the FBI. She get mixed up with FBI and FYI. FYI is for your information. She get mixed up with FBI and FYI. Smelly. Hold on, let me get, hold on. Let me hear this party. She got another thing.
Well, the Record Immigration Judge Francis Mangi presiding from the Fort Worth Immigration and Education Center in Fort Worth, Texas, in case number 233.
Overstay, Your Honor.
All right, let's do this. So, Counsel, you have a 9585 application pending with the department, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Everything pending for she.
All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask you to file a copy of that application with the court by April 18th, 2025, 1 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor, and respectfully, it has been filed with the bond hearing in Your Honor as well.
Let's do one thing at a time, okay? The application needs to be filed with the court.
Yeah, Monica, she got a Bible.
A copy of what you filed.
So the judge is remanding her forward to April the 18th itself.
Okay?
That's her lawyer.
That will become relief in this
So this is William Lockhart's thing, and he get all excited about the thing. No, she has a right to pre-trial liberty, and I really and truly don't give a fuck about she come back here, because she got more chance of doing stunt when she come back here than in America. You understand? Why no? Here I tell you, she life gonna change drastically. She lives them, everything will change drastically. When she gonna come, everybody she gonna come out and she gonna release all the information. Release? What she gonna release? What then been your phone when she had to show the people them when they arrest you? When Homeland Security arrested her, she didn't have the thing from Attorney General, from Anil and Nandlall. She had one gun to show. She had nothing to show. She get enough messages in her phone. People message her whole day. And she get plenty reports from the Clown Prince. Whole day Clown Prince are sending information. She attack on phone information. Well, while she coming out the laugh, Clown Prince guns getting collected. There's madness. Yeah, I don't know what's going on down here. There's madness down here right now. Mass confusion. You say everybody quiet. Nobody is saying nothing. Listen to me. When Rubio come, if y'all let me know, let me tell y'all now. In short, Guyanese layman terms, Rubio told the government of Guyana, y'all stop fucking around with the Mohammeds. In short. Y'all get the message? You see, before the man could take off and say, get concussion on the road, Anil done issue statement and said, I get all the information and they're ready for act? Eh? Rubio basically tell them, in short layman terms, y'all stop fucking around with the Mohammeds. Playtime done. Within a short period of time, police stop you, take everything from the car, take have the lights and siren, looking for the lights and siren, the policeman say easy.
Start the thing, Stevie. This by critics is no problem. Yes, basically what critics is saying is that although we saw Miss Melissa Atwell got banned, yes, she's not literally freed as yet. A lot of persons are saying that paperwork have to be done and so forth, but what he is saying is that she's still held. You understand? She's not free, so she might be deported. That's how I got it from him so far. But guys, I want you to leave it in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this here. Okay, as we continue talking now, this video we see surfacing whereby I do not remember direct is where Mr. Mohamed went, but I'm telling you this: the people definitely showed the love and support, and the love and the support that Mr. Mohamed is getting from the Guyanese community right now is crazy. And like persons are saying, you know what I mean, the government definitely head is hurting at this said moment. Guys, take a look at this video on how the people gyrated with Mohamed in their village. Take a look, guys.
So this is the PPP versus Team Mohamed. I did promise you ball on ball commentary. The PPP versus Team Mohamed. PPP For what and why? That is it. For what and why? For what and why? So this is Team Mohamed and his people, and Andrew Danrad attempted to talk to them, and the people said, for what and why? Push him out of the way and keep it going. Listen, Edinburgh, different vibes. Different vibes, different energy. This is what we do over here. Beautiful. Everybody is entitled to their expression, to their freedom of assembly. What are you coming to protest? For what and why? So, again, for those who are watching for the first time, we are live from Edinburgh. Team Mohamed came to visit the people. The people invited him, and the PPP came out to protest them. And of course, after they came out to protest, the people decided that that is not happening over here. And that is what is happening here. So the people going up the road with Team Mohamed.
You are just brother, you come out the power. You come out the power. I got my dog. You got my fucking dog. You got my dog.
Not that one.
Just run. Look at the money. Your money? Big mommy?
Huh? The man don't just come out here and go up there with a crowd of people. Yeah, he came and he gone. He came and he gone. The people come. The big showdown. The big showdown. Hello, my dear.
Imagine though, she's a big woman was supposed to do an example. Yes. What she doing? Let's show him because she got to do that Jackie, she should do something. If Jackie, she should do nothing tomorrow, she got no money. She can't get some money. They got to support Jackie. Let's see what they do. You don't get time to go after them. Go away, do it.
All right, so that's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Again, we are at Edinburgh. We are at Edinburgh, and Team Mohamed came to visit the people. The PPP came to protest it, and the people was not having it. The people say for what and why it ain't happening here. So basically, they were unable to actually protest him because the people handle it the best way they know how. So definitely it was a good show, good showdown.
Well, viewers and subscribers, I tell you, look already going on. But it's not nothing strange, you know what I mean? Because this is what happens when it comes, it coming down to the election time. You do see the amount of intense between the party members or supporters or followers, you may see. I remember now where he was. He was in Berbice quarantine. This is where the PPP supporters came out and definitely was cursing him, trying to chase him out. But you know, Mohamed got his supporters, so you can't stop though. But viewers and subscribers, I want to know what's your thoughts on this in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts, okay? Anyway, as we continue talking, now we see Mr. Kaichora Iskali. Yes, I rate this man to the fullest because if a lot of you don't know, he speaks Facts. Who want come for me, this your business. But definitely was speaking upon the issue between Guyana and Venezuela and him partnering with the US for defending him like he said in his statement, guys. People, viewers and subscribers, take a listen to Mr. Kite Chores.
We have foreigners putting Guyana, Venezuela, and all its citizens in danger. Look what is going on now. President Ali just announced that Guyana is increasing defense spending. Yes, using up the crumbs we are receiving from our gold, oil, sugar, and rice to beef up security against the threat from Venezuela. Money we so desperately need to fix our collapsing health sector, crumbling schools, unstable electricity, dirty drinking water, broken roads, and poor salaries to feed a starving nation that is crying out for help. Now, preparing to fight with a neighbor who, for generations, stood by our side throughout thick and thin. That same Venezuela, for decades, opened its doors and welcomed tens of thousands of Guyanese who fled there looking for a better life. Let me also remind you, when the world turned its back on us and the region, it was Venezuela who stepped up and gave us fuel at a reduced price. They even allowed Guyana to use that money to develop our country and pay later. Now tell me, is that the behavior of an enemy or a friend? Yes. We are currently at the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, trying to resolve the long-standing issue of the Essequibo region. But even though that case has been in court for years, both countries have lived in peace and harmony. No war, no violence. So why are we beefing up our security for war and not working towards peace? Look, President Maduro came out publicly and said recently he is willing to meet with President Ali, sit down face to face, man to man, leader to leader, and talk. But instead of President Ali welcoming this dialogue, he is refusing to meet, rushing full speed ahead, spending the little oil money, borrowing more, putting Guyana deeper into debt to buy weapons, preparing to defend Guyana. Defend Guyana for who? You know, we have seen this script, this movie, played out all over the world, over and over, especially in third world countries, rich in gold, diamonds, and oil. Let me tell you how that movie starts and how it ends. The foreign powers or foreign companies arrived smiling and pretend to be friends. First, they create confusion and division among the people within the country. If that doesn't work, they stir up conflict between neighbors. And while the two nations are busy fighting, killing each other over borders and politics, these troublemakers, these well-dressed looters, quietly stripping the country, yes, with the people gold, diamonds, oil, and other rich minerals gone, while the people bleed. Mr. President, this is a very dangerous trap being set for both Guyana and Venezuela. And I am pleading with you, sir, on behalf of every Guyanese, please don't fall for it. Don't let them sell you the match to light a fire between two loving neighbors who have lived in peace for generations. Sit down with President Maduro and talk. Let the dust settle between us once and for all, because when the foreigners are finished, when they empty our lands, drain our seas, and vanish with our wealth, Guyana and Venezuela will still be neighbors. Please, Mr. President, let us not create two nations filled with hungry neighbors, staring at each other across a line drawn by foreigners, looters. We were blessed with more than enough, my friend, enough to feed our people and rise together in unity, not fall apart in fear. Let us not fall for the lies and division anymore, please. Let us not be tricked into fighting while our wealth is being packed up and shipped out behind our backs. It's time to rise above this trap. It's time to become the kind of people worthy of the riches buried beneath our feet and flowing through our seas. This is a message from Nandlall, a proud Guyanese. Please share it.
Well, if you're not subscribers, tell me in the comment section. Text send some nonsense and tell me if it's not factual, a factual statement he's making, you understand? On a real life level, instead of trying to, have beef, sit down and have a discussion with the president of Venezuela. Now, all of this, what he have said, I didn't even know that occurred. But if it is a fact, I feel like he should have a man-to-man discussion with the Venezuela president at the end of the day. And I just hope that it doesn't escalate to anything more bigger and anything more worse. Okay, guys? Jesus Christ. Anyway, leave your comments in the comments section. Let me know what's your thoughts.
Hi, good day, guys. This is the breaking news for today. As you see here on News Source, this is the word from Anil Nandlall, right? Boasting that Guyanese are now far better off than ever before. Attorney General Anil Nandlall believed that the current crop of potential candidates from the opposition party for the upcoming elections will be no match for the People Progressive Party Civic, which he predicts will cruise to victory. Alright, people, so we are seeing here, right, that people, they are boasting about the economy in Guyana, right? But let me be honest with you. Talking and doing is something totally different. You understand? So how, as I see and as I travel different parts in this country, the ordinary people, they are feeling the squeeze in this country. The only people who are benefiting in this country is people, people with money, right? While the ordinary people, the ordinary men and women in different places, for example, they have deeper in the interior. You understand? Yeah, they are the people who are feeling this squeeze. And if you look all about in this country, everywhere you go, people is wanting a change in this country. People need a true leader, not only to talk or to say that we are in a better place or boast about the world's fastest economy, right? But to actually meet with you to see the day-to-day life of ordinary Guyanese people. And let me tell you something, people. This generation that we are living in are wiser They are wise. The young people that is coming up today is wiser. It's not like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, right? The young people in this generation are wiser, all right? And I just want to encourage my people in this country, my Guyanese people, our people in Guyana, when we come out to vote in this election 2025, let us not vote because of race or because of creed or because of politics or because my grandfather voted for this party, I will vote for this party, or because my great grandfather support this party. No, let us think out of the box, Guyanese people. When we come to vote, let us vote for the betterment of Guyanese people. And I believe the cry of every Guyanese people in this country right now, right? The cry of every Guyanese people in this country wanting a new leadership, somebody who cares for the people. As I said in my previous video, right? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? And we need leader. People, the Guyanese people are crying for a fresh leadership in this country. And as a young person, right? As a young person, I will support a fresh leadership, right? A fresh person that come out. I'm hearing that the people are afraid of the Mohamed, Mr. Mohamed, right? But let me tell you something. If the people want him to go as president, right? Let us come together and unite. When we vote, we must not vote because of politics. As I said before, let us come as one Guyana to make a change. We cannot make it by ourselves. But if we come together as Guyanese and say, let us put a stop in to what is going on in this country. Let us put a stop into what is happening in this country. If you check in every Amerindian village and tell me if I'm wrong, where the contractors go, right? They take this money from the government and they go and they cannot fulfill their promises to the people, right? Every contract actually, in certain places like the roads, they take millions of dollars to do roads, and yet if you go and see the roads is unfinished. And the reason why I believe that they don't want this government to come out of power is because everybody in the system, they are thieving. They are thieving this money, right? So they're frightened to be. They are afraid to be exposed. They are afraid to be exposed, and they are afraid for a new leadership to arise. But it's time, Guyanese, time, young people. 2025 election. Let us come out, think as Guyanese, and let us stand as one Guyana to make a difference in this country. I love you guys, man. Right? I'm not against no political party. I'm not against PPP. I am not against PNC. I am not against AFC. But I standing for truth and facts. One love, guys.
Well, viewers and subscribers, the young man is speaking facts. I know this is why he's Depon. This is why he stands for facts. You know what I mean? No, it's not nothing with hating the government that is in power right now. But of course, what he's saying is right. Who's benefiting in the country right now? The bigger heads, the boys there with money. Like a time I saw a video and I think I uploaded to the channel whereby the young man said that even if you want a job, you have to know somebody. You know what I mean? If you know nobody, you can't get certain work. This will show you how it isn't. It's not supposed to be like that. A lot of persons in Guyana is suffering right now, straight up. And you know what I mean, they're trying to sweep it under the rug and make it look like if everybody in Guyana benefiting. But it's not that. But I need you guys to leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts. The election is around the corner. Who you voting for? Who you want to see in power? You know what I mean? Who you want to see run the country? You understand? That is what I would like to hear from you in the comment section, guys. Understand? All right, here we're going on now. This is what part I gotta leave. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. Like I said, for those persons who watch the content so far, please give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on, drop those comments in the comment section. I want y'all to run up the likes on this one. I want to get 200 likes. The mean you got to press the thumbs up. 200 likes. Talking about 200 likes, guys, like I said, guys, our goal is 5K subscribers by April month end. Looking for you support, guys. We want to build the channel and we're doing this for you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing this. We's proud. Yeah, man, we proud to be Guyanese. Let's Start the Things management and staff. Definitely, we are proud Guyanese. And this is where you get the latest in what's going on in Guyana and in the diaspora. We do it different over here. We give you some news, we give you some entertainment news, and we give you the tech-ups with the mix-up and the gossip. This is how we do it. Who don't like it, too bad. And I just want to let you guys know, this channel is not for children. Okay, I saw a comment where by the person was saying that, you know, the cursing with the video and so forth, but I'm letting you guys know from now on, this is a big people channel, so you will be hearing a little cursing in certain video, but not right through the video. Okay, guys, once again, my name is Fire Feelings, representing for Let's Start the Things TV. We out to here until next time. Stay blessed, stay positive, and don't forget God. One love, my brothers and sisters. Peace.